It's going. Still, it's a beginning age. We don't have a great account. But if I get this event there, I can kind of make a bunch of short, a lot more questions, and I can do a lot more stuff. Then I can start using the phone. Because right now I can only do it with my. Oh, well, I mean, this is like it. Yeah, you gotta earn permissions to get that. Right, yeah. Yeah, one can get good videos, you know, like on our website, like on Facebook,
Actually, I used to store some stuff on our Google Drive.
oh, yeah. Yeah. Right.
Well, you could.
You could,
It
yeah.
was
Not ideal, yeah.
This would be
Great.
And I guess,
Unfortunately, my computer does. But I'm gonna get it back. Not until I use it.
But I've never been. Have you?
Yeah. Oh, he did, yeah. He already did, yeah. Right, yeah. Right. Yeah, so he put in a boosted network. Yeah. I know, right? It's nice. The sun's out. I mean, it's not raining and the wind is whipping. That's what really gets me, that wind. So, yeah, we're gonna have a outreach ceremony right here. Yep, because we got the had to cancel that's going on today. It's a 2-for-1. Can't beat the price too, right? Yeah, 2 great free events. I know. Hey, everybody. Hi. But it is what it is. But it's okay though. I don't think a lot of people. I didn't advertise the live stream. I really just wanted to like shout it out there to get the permissions and that other stuff. I know, I was curious too. Yeah, you have to get on that legacy. Like, maybe the Mac, that's what I'm doing. Right, yeah. Maybe that would hop right on. Yeah, and then maybe not. Buy like Acer that, I mean, I bought it off of like eBay for like $50, you know, like years ago. And now it's, that's kind of how it is. Raise the family in Cape Cod, you know? My daughter has a brand new computer, but I'm gonna have to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just starting out.
then they hired him. I think she found him.
So expensive. Good.
Yeah.
I know, there's a lot.
Yeah, that's right.
John called. She had something else. She wanted to come to the office. She was calling to try to get me set up. One way or the other, if I have to drag you, I'm kicking and screaming. Huh?
Yeah, Mary. And they gave her
Oh, yeah.
The curator is going to
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I met her one time. Yeah.
Yes.
I've always been American. I think it's kind of where
Absolutely not.
They all proceeded. Well, they have to cure all the way. They know.
it sounds like it's a strategy. Make it sound like it's a strategy.
How do you do?
Pretty good.
Could be called that. I heard there's a report, it's only 11 in Rutland. No snow this week. It's all gone. Rutland has-
Yeah, I can see that.
I saw the video, or not the video, the slides of the $6. See it on Facebook.
Over here, some people. How we doing? You too.
I see a few more people coming in, so we'll just let everyone arrive, and then we'll get thank you for being here.
That's good.
Can you hear me okay? Robert, can you hear me back there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you all for being here. My name is Amy Johnson, and I am the Nye Museum Executive Director. For those able, please remain standing for the Battle Cry of Freedom and the Star-Spangled Banner. It is my pleasure to introduce the Sandwich Cards Cornet Band and their conductor, Tom Young.
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you again to the Sandwich Guards Cornet Band. After the opening remarks, the band will continue with a short program inside the Grange Hall. I would now like to welcome Catherine Stevens, Director of Grants and Programs for Mass Humanities.
Thank you, Amy, and thank you again to the Sandwich Guards for the band applause. Thank you. And everyone feel free to come in. You know, we've got a lot of space here. Thank you all for coming out today. Thank you to this beautiful weather for all of us. As Amy said, I'm Kathleen Stevens. I'm Director of Grants and Programs at Mass Humanities. For those of you who don't know Mass Humanities, we create opportunities for the people of Massachusetts to transform their lives and build a more equitable Commonwealth through the humanities. So with grants, with partnerships, with programs, we help people gather around stories of Massachusetts, its people and its places, and the issues that matter here. And one of the ways we do that is through the Museum on Main Street program. A partnership with the Smithsonian brings a world-class exhibit, this tour, Voices and Votes, Democracy in America, to 6 small and rural communities in Massachusetts. And we provide these communities with a $10,000 grant to create their own rich and meaningful programs while they are hosting the exhibit. So we've been working with hosts since fall of 2024. And in the past 8 months, we've been all around the state. And this is the final stop of the tour. And don't tell any of the other stuff, Amy, but I think we saved the most for last. I actually grew up outside of Washington, D.C., and so I would take the metro down on Saturdays and in the summer to the Smithsonian, and I would just walk into any museum, for free, and I would see great works of art, scientific achievement. I remember standing in line to see the Constitution up close and personal, and what's amazing about the Museum on Main Street program is that it says, doesn't matter your zip code, doesn't matter whether it's easy to find your address on Google Maps, you deserve a world-class exhibit. You deserve access to great culture and humanities, the one you're going to see today. And that work also comes alive when communities come together, when people bring their own questions and their own concerns, when they bring their local history and their local stories to our national stories and our national exhibits, when they bring their own excellent museums and cultural enthusiasts as well. And I know that over the next 6 weeks, you all are going to get to do a lot of great conversation and programs connected to the exhibit. And I'm happy to say that we are also providing each host community with an additional $5 grant, the second stage, to continue the great work. So this exhibit, it tells the story of American democracy, and it is fitting to be concluding the tour on the eve of a year in which we're going to commemorate the start of the American Revolution and the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Yes. Let's cheer that. The people of Massachusetts then and now are known for using their voices and their votes, and for expecting their governments to be one where their voices and votes matter. This past year, Mass Humanities lost 35% of our operating budget when a 50-year funding partnership with the National Endowment for the Humanities was terminated. That's tough, and it is tough, but you know what? We're in Massachusetts. We're lucky to be here. Not everyone is as lucky as we are. We are able to continue grants and programs like this because we live in a state that hears people when they say that culture and humanities matter, that programs like Museum on Main Street with opportunities to share stories, to listen, to learn, and to handle it when we disagree, are part of what makes Massachusetts great. Make it a great place to live, a great place to grow, and a great place to build. So we want to thank our partners at the Mass Cultural Council who support us, who enable us to carry out a program like this and to provide hosts with their programming grants. We'd also like to thank the Mass Office of Travel and Tourism and the MA250 for helping us amplify this great work this year and as we enter the 250th anniversary year. I'm very grateful to have Representative Zaros here, and everyone who's part of this partnership for being here today. We're going to come back for the programs. I hope you enjoy Voices and Votes and come back for much more. Thank you again, and I'll turn it back over to Amy.
Thank you so much, Catherine. And she actually drove from Holyoke this morning. So thank you for coming. I am now inviting Heidi Trottier from the Sandwich Chamber of Commerce to the podium.
Thank you, Amy, for inviting me here today. It is a privilege. Good morning, everyone. I am the new Executive Director for the Sandwich Chamber of Commerce. I'm excited to be here to represent our Chamber members, our community, at this very exciting movement, Voice for Votes, Democracy in America. As a 40-year plus resident of Sandwich, we are blessed with a rich culture that thrives in Sandwich. We are the town of Massachusetts. As we gather here today for Nye Museum, we welcome the Smithsonian National Museum to Sandwich for sharing this exhibit at the Nye Museum. The exhibit reflects our participation in our right to vote, and how has that right to vote changed our democracy. I encourage our young residents to come and see this exhibit. You are the future of this beautiful town, and I think this exhibit will give you a deep understanding of your rights to vote, not just in town politics, but state and federal elections. I want to thank the Nye Museum directors and volunteers that reached out to the Smithsonian Museum to bring this very important exhibit to our community, and I cannot wait to see everyone in there enjoy the exhibit. Thank you.
Thank you, Heidi. I am now very honored to introduce State Representative Stephen Zaros.
I love this, so thank you. I am Stephen Zaros. I am your Massachusetts State Representative. I love it. I live right here in Barnstable, right over the line. Represent 45,000 people from Barnstable to Buzzards Bay. Before that, I was a police officer for 40 years. So I've lived a life of service. I love the American flag. I love that we did the Pledge of Allegiance together, that we did the national anthem, which I've never heard like that. And thank you to Amy and to Mass Humanities. This is special. We're glad and proud to be on your radar, part of your program. What do I have to say about democracy and freedom? It'll come from the heart. When you serve as a police officer for 40 years and then you run for office and you win, it's pretty special when people support you and that you serve everyone, Republican, Democrat, or Independent. To me, it doesn't matter. You're there to serve, and there comes with sacrifice. You know, I've lost 2 police officers in the line of duty, and I lost my own son that was fighting for freedom. So when we do the pledge, when we do the national anthem, you must do it with meaning, because people have sacrificed their lives so we can vote for whoever you believe in. And it's so important. I wish I could see my son again. He rests in peace at age 21 in his dress clothes. And I've never seen his body. I just saw that memory. So my family, the rest of our lives, in the same all come and visit. I would love to give you a tour. That's your house. That's what democracy is all about. 3 days ago, we made the first law in the nation. Every September 22nd from now on will be Veterans Remembrance Day for the veterans that took their lives by suicide. We're the only state in the country that has done that. And I sat with our governor as she signed it, and I actually have one of the pens. And then the next day we were back honoring Gold Star families like mine. So freedom, democracy, faith, and love of country, that's what I think today is all about. And I'm proud that you asked me to be here with you. And I'll end with this. When Marines were going off to war, they have to get on buses to go to the plains. And all the families that can afford to be there drove or flew to Camp Lejeune and saw 1,000 young men go off to war to fight for freedom. And I saw a veteran. He stood there, and as every Marine got on the buses, he gave a piece of the American flag. I saw that. And he said, son, don't ever forget where you come from. So I do that. My son didn't come from. So I cut out a piece of the American flag, and I'd like to donate that to you, Amy, and Nicholas's challenge.
Thank you so much. Coming from a military family, that means a lot. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce the president of the Sandwich Historical Society in Glastonbury, as well as the president of the Nye Museum, John Chen.
I have no prepared remarks. I am overwhelmed by your. I can say this, having been very involved with for many years, when I was in school. Heracles, a statesman, a general, and a believer in democracy, probably the father of democracy. We'd be very proud of all of you. He stressed the involvement of people and representatives of the masses, the people. Probably, I think, around 423 BC. He stressed the importance of civic engagement, people just understanding, believing from the heart who they were, what they could do, and how as a community, as a society, could do so much more if they work with one another, embracing the freedoms, and never forgetting how important freedoms are, democracy is. And I'll conclude with that. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you all for braving the cold. And I just wanted to thank you all again for being here to celebrate this momentous occasion for the town of Sandwich. The Nye Museum is honored to present the Smithsonian Institution's traveling exhibit, Voices and Votes, Democracy in America. This exhibit celebrates the diverse voices, both past and present, that make up our nation. It covers key moments such as the Revolution, suffrage, civil rights, and the importance of voting. The exhibit coming to Sandwich, and I'll echo what Catherine said earlier, has been 2 years in the making. We are very grateful for Mass Humanities for working with the Smithsonian to bring this opportunity to Massachusetts and selecting the Nye Museum as a host site. The Nye Museum staff and volunteers have received training and guidance from both Mass Humanities and the Smithsonian staff, and we thank them for their help and support. I would also like to thank our community sponsors and partners, including the League of Women Voters, J. Miller Picture Framer, Snowy Owl Coffee, Seaworthy Properties, the Sandwich Guards Cornet Band, Janet Rogers, Taylor White, Steve Adams, the Virgil I Gallery, the Town of Sandwich and Rec Department, and the Sandwich Public Library, Market Basket, Rich Brothers, and Mahoney's. So it's really been truly a great effort. I would also like to acknowledge the Nye Museum board, staff, and volunteers who have all been integral in the planning and execution of this exhibit and the associated programs. Today, after viewing the exhibit, you can warm up next door and get toasty by the fire and enjoy some cookies and view our beautifully decorated homestead. Polymer Q will be in the Joseph Nye parlor starting at 12:15 to discuss the importance of election campaign. You can find out more about our other upcoming programs by taking a flyer from inside the Grange or by visiting our website. Thank you for Taylor White for being here, Heidi from the Chamber, Steve Plymouth, and Representative Zaras for their presence here today. I hope this exhibition inspires you all. And please, please spread the word to your family and friends to come visit over the next 6 weeks while it is on view here at the Nye Museum. Let's celebrate this wonderful opportunity together and explore the evolution of democracy. Thank you.
Yes, all of our. See you guys in the plane.
Oh
First time instrumental, second time I sing with no cornets, third time. One, two, three. Tough getting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna shut this down.
1.